Hello everybody, my name is Yael and this is your 20-minute gentle yoga for the upper body. In the coming 20 minutes we'll do some very gentle kind of flowy stretches for everything that's in the upper body, and then afterwards we'll have more of a longer hold stretch towards the end. So let's get started into a seated position today. Alright, so today we're going to get started in a nice comfortable seated position. This can be any position that works for you, as long as you can keep the spine nice and straight. So perhaps it's a cross-legged position, but if you know that you have a naturally archy or rounding spine, it may be nicer to just sit on top of the shins, or maybe sit on top of something, perhaps a cushion or maybe a yoga block if you have it. If you have found your nice comfortable seated position, you may place your hands on your knees for a moment. Close the eyes, tuck the chin slightly towards the chest. I'm going to take a moment to just arrive here on your mat into your physical body, as we're focusing on softening all the little muscles into our face. We're softening the forehead, the eyebrows and the space in between them. We're softening the lips, the teeth, the tongue. Unclenching the left jaw, the right jaw. Allowing the shoulders to become heavy, as if gravity is pulling you down towards your mat a little bit more every time you're exhaling. And now bring your awareness over towards your breath. If you want to experience the breathing a little bit more, you may always place your left hand on your chest, right hand on your lower belly. And then feel how on every inhale, the chest is expanding, followed by the belly. Now on every exhale, the belly slowly comes back to the midline of the body, followed by the chest. Long inhales and even longer exhales. Slowly we're going to add some counting to the breathing. This is your box breathing, your 4, 7, 8 breath. You want to inhale through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for a count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale through the mouth for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on this 4, 7, 8 pace. Let's do 2 rounds into your box breathing. One more full round. Placing the hands back down on your knees, still softening into the face, allowing the shoulders to stay heavy. And with control, bring your chin slightly more towards your chest. Let's bring the neck over towards the right ear towards your right shoulder, and over towards the left. A couple times more, making these half moon shape movements with your neck, and only the neck. So make sure the shoulders are staying in one line, they're not moving. Your spine stays nice and straight. We go for 4. 4, 3, keeping that nice steady breath. 4, 2, And once more, then bring your right ear over towards your right shoulder. See how it feels. You want to create some length on the left side of the neck. If you want to deepen into this stretch, you can bring your right hand towards the left side of your face. And then pull a little bit. So add a little pressure, a little weight onto the left side of the neck with the right hand. And slowly bring your head back up, right hand back on the right knee, inhaling here. Exhale, you bring the left ear towards your left shoulder. Now first, observe how it feels on this side, and then see if you want to bring that left hand on the right side of your skull. Keeping the shoulders in one line. One more cycle of breath into this next stretch. And then slowly bring your neck back up, hand goes back on knees. From here, on your next inhale, lean your upper body forward. You can open up your eyes if you want to, keeping a nice straight spine. Hands are still on your knees. We're going to make Kundalini circles with a straight spine. You're going to come forward, making these half moon circles again, and then coming again. A couple times more, please. Next time that you're over towards the front, you're going to hold it there. Inhale. Exhale as you reverse the Kundalini circles. Moving with a straight spine through the waves of your upper body. For 2. For 1, then you're going to stop when you're all the way nicely up. And then from here, with a straight spine, see if your seated position is still alright for you. Maybe you want to cross the legs around if you're doing a cross-legged position, or perhaps you want to find another seated position. Wherever you are, from here, on an inhale, you're going to stretch your arms up. Reach even more coming from those shoulder joints. Inhale here. And then an exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right. So you're going to bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Place your right hand behind you. Now, once again, if you have a naturally arching or rounding spine, it can feel very nice to place that right hand very close to your spine. I always like to have some kind of contact between the inside of my arm and my back. Holding it here, really twisting from the core area. Every time you're inhaling, you're elongating the spine as if there's a rope pulling you up. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little further coming from that core area. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you twist. Once more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Next inhale, come back to the center, stretch your arms up in. Exhale, twist over to the left side. Once again, if you feel like you're not sitting up very straight, place your left hand very close to you. Your arm will carry the weight here. Keeping a nice straight spine. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you twist further over towards the left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Once more. Next inhale, you're going to come back to the middle. Inhale as you stretch the arms up. Exhale as you stretch your arms out in front of you. Walk your arms out in front of you so you can find a seated forward fold here. Stay there. Let's see if you can stretch your arms out even more. Trying to keep the seating bones on the mat as much as it's possible today. Every time you're exhaling, you're melting the chest, shoulders, forehead more down towards the mat. One more cycle of breath. And from here, lift the head up, gaze between the hands. Walk your hands back towards the knees so you can find your tabletop position, hands and knees. Now, in your tabletop, you want your arms and lats to be in one line. Hands directly under the shoulders. You're going to gently push into those hands a little bit. Spread the fingers wide. Flatten the hands down. Keeping that gentle push on the inhale, we're going to arch and gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, gaze down. Continue following your own pace. The head is always the last thing to move up or down. So the spinal wave is starting in the sacrum area. Let's do 3 more rounds into these cat-cow movements. Let's do 2. Last full round. And then staying in your tabletop in a neutral position. From here, push a little bit more into your left hand. Tuck the navel in. On an inhale, you're going to stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Now stay here, and without moving your hips, can you hang a little bit into your armpits? So can you reach that right arm a little back? So you're creating a stretch in the right arm, right armpit, right side of the body. Inhale here. And exhale as you bring it back up in a straight line again. From here, we're going to make circles coming from the right shoulder joint. On an inhale, you're going to reach it forward. Try to keep the neck still. If your neck is not okay with this, you can always keep it in a neutral position. Otherwise, gaze up towards the right. And continue into these circles. Inhaling as you go forward and down. Exhale as you go back and up. For 3. For 2. Last 1, and you're going to hold it up. Inhale, straight line. Exhale, reverse the circles. It's back and down and forward and up. For 3. For 2. Last full round. After this one, you're going to hold that right arm up again into a straight line. Inhale here. Exhale, you're going to thread the needle. Shoot the right arm underneath the left. Stretch it out completely, then walk your left arm out in front of you. So you're finding these stretch into the shoulders. You're going to come down on the right side of your face. Now either keep the hips high as you're here into this puppy kind of shape. However, if this is uncomfortable to you, you can always come down in more of a child's pose because the stretch here is more about the shoulders and the upper back. Keeping a nice steady breath here. And let's see how it feels here. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can always bring your left hand on the inside of your right thigh. And you're opening up the left pec a little bit towards the ceiling. Softening into the face. One more cycle of breath here. If you were holding on to your thigh, you can place your left hand out in front of you again. From here, keeping that left arm stretched out, you're going to bring your right arm up again. Keeping your left arm on the mat, so you will notice that you cannot go as high. Inhaling here, exhale as you place your right arm down as well. Now walk both arms out in front of you and then find your puppy pose for a minute. Either stay here on the chin a little bit, or if you want to deepen, you can always bring the forehead down as well, but sometimes this can feel a little suffocating, so see where you want to be. Every time you're exhaling, you're trying to melt the chest more down towards the neck. One more cycle of breath here. And your next exhale, push into both hands, coming back into your tabletop again. Wrists directly under the shoulders. Find that push into your hands again. Push a little more into your right hand, and then inhale, you're going to stretch the left arm up. Inhale. If your neck is okay with it, you're going to look up towards the left. Otherwise, keep the neck in one line with the spine. From here, lean the left arm back without moving the hips. You want to create that extra stretch in the left armpit, left arm, left side of the body again. Keeping a nice steady breath here. One more cycle of breath. And on your next inhale, find your straight line again with your left arm. From here, we're starting those circles again. Inhale as you go forward, down. Exhale as you go back and for 3, for 2, last one. Exhale, stretch your arms up, hold it. Inhale, reverse the circles. It's in and out. For 3, for 2, last full round. Then you're going to stretch your left arm up again. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale as you thread the needle. Left arm shoots underneath the right. You're going to walk your right arm out in front of you. You're going to come and lay down on the left side of your face. Hips either stay high like this in puppy or come down into child's pose if that's more comfortable for your lower body. Wherever you are, see if you can walk your right arm a little bit more out in front of you. See if you can relax into that left shoulder. And if you want to deepen, you can always bring your right hand into the inside of your left thigh, opening up your right pec muscles a little more towards the ceiling. Nice breathing, juicy inhales, cleansing exhales. One more cycle of breath into your needle variation. And from here, if your hand was on your thigh, place your right arm out in front of you again. Walk it out, and then on an inhale, you're going to stretch your left arm up again, staying down onto your right arm, so you will feel that you're not able to go as high as before. Inhaling here and then exhale, place the left arm down next to the right one. Walk it out in front of you and then come into that puppy pose again. Either on your chin or on your forehead, just see what feels better. Holding it here for one cycle of breath. And then from here, on your next inhale, gaze between your hands, push into both hands, and then from here, keep that push around the spine, and you're going to come forward into your Sphinx pose. So you're going to come into your forearms, and as you're here, push into the forearms and lift your chest up a little. You're going to roll the shoulders back and down, so you're lifting up through the lower back. Like we have a little visitor here. One last inhale. And on your exhale, slowly come down. Bring the hands next to the rib cages. Tuck the toes into the mat. Inhale as you push yourself up onto hands and knees. Exhale as you bring yourself down into a child's pose. We're going to make a little flow out of this one. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, bring yourself forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway up, and stay here. Come into that Sphinx pose again. Shoulders back and down. Lift yourself up. Hold it here. Neck in one line with the spine. Exhale as you bring it down. Hands next to the ribs. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Once more to stretch the entire backside of the upper body. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale to come forward and all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Come into the forearms again. Shoulders go back and down. Lift up through the lower spine. Neck in one line with the spine. We hold for the inhale. Exhale as you come all the way back down. Hands next to the rib cages. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Stay into your child's pose this time. Walk your arms out in front of you even more. Take a deep breath here. And then from here, softening down.
either stay into this regular child's pose, or maybe if your shoulders are asking for a little bit more softness, a little bit more relaxation, you can always place your arms alongside your body, palms facing up. And then we're going to end our practice here to our child's pose. You can stay here for as long as you like. Pausing the video if you want. Or otherwise, if you feel like rounding off your practice, slowly push into your hands, so just stretching the arms out. Lift your head up. Walk your hands closer to meet your knees again, so you can come up to a seated position once more. We're ending the practice into the same seated position that we started in. Placing your hands on your knees for a moment, tucking the chin slightly in, allowing the softness into your face, into your chest, into your belly. Allowing the entire physical body to become a little softer. Now that your breathing is deep again, you're going to bring the hands in front of your heart center. Taking a moment here to thank yourself for practicing, for taking the time for you and your body. Taking one deep inhale into this feeling of gratitude. Taking one deep exhale into your softness again. Bowing the head down towards the hands. Thank you all for joining me into this gentle yoga practice for the upper body. I hope you're feeling a bit looser today. And have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever it is today. Thank you.